This video is a brief tour of how I'm using YouTube and Blackboard's embed functions to host micro-lecture videos for an online learning community. I use micro-lecture videos in my teaching as a way to engage students with the identified learning objectives for each chapter area of study that we are covering. The challenge with using narrated videos, in my case, videos made using Camtasia, is that posting them directly to Blackboard courses shells can be really quickly overloading on the system, especially when we're all teaching online. But sharing them as discrete files with students can be confusing and difficult to manage, especially when we're busy teaching and learning in a situation where students are using cell phone plans to download course materials and are sharing screens and computers with family members as we're all stuck at home. The solution that's worked well with me is creating the videos and then posting them to YouTube on a private channel with accessible direct links. So I'm going to use this video to show you how to do that. I create these micro lecture videos by recording a podcast in my closet and then twinning it with a Camtasia video of a slide deck that I've designed to match along with my podcast content. I then post them to YouTube as private videos targeted to a Marketing 2150 channel and embed the code into our Blackboard shell. The beauty of this is that I'm able to see how many people have viewed videos and how many people have engaged with the content by using the assessment metrics provided by and analytics metrics provided by YouTube. So I can see that this first video, which is our Chapter 1 video, Learning Unit 1, the sample that I just showed you in Blackboard, has had 80 views. Students have watched it for an average of 9.4 hours cumulatively. That's a lot of time. So students primarily watched it on the date that it was posted. The vast majority of them watched it on May 5th, which was the day that they first had that chapter available. That we had a slight bump immediately following, probably from late registrants. And I expect to see a further bump as we move towards the midterm exam. We can also see how long they lasted in the video in terms of how many people were fully engaged with watching it and then where they clicked off, at what point in the video they turned it off. As we see here, this is for multiple views, and so you can see that people watched it several times. We can also see, apparently you can like and dislike it, which is good to know, that people have been giving it 100% likes, which I think might be just habit from them. I can see my reach to see where people have engaged with it, how many unique viewers have engaged with it, and at what different times. I can see my engagement levels, as I mentioned, in terms of when people watched it and how long they watched it for on average. And I can see information about my specific audience. On average, my viewers are watching it 1.5 times each, which is really important for me to know as they get prepared. Some of the other analytics can also be really interesting when I do things like an FAQ video. I'm able to see at what point they started watching it, and then we see there's a huge spike, 35 people watching it on the day that it was posted, a little fewer on the next day. But as we move closer to the assignment, this is yesterday, 35 people watched it again. So 101 views on this video so far. They've watched it for an average of 5.4 hours cumulatively, which is kind of bananas to look at. So when we take a look at what that YouTube Studio looks like, all of the videos for the entire term are prepped and ready to go. They launch at specific times by being unlocked within the chapter segment itself. And as you saw, they all look fairly similar. I use a template for each one, but when they're posted to YouTube, students are able to access them through the embed code only. The public component of these videos are not shared on the YouTube channels. So I don't have any worries about our Marketing 2150 content becoming a free course for anyone who can find it on YouTube. To embed the videos in Blackboard, which luckily works really well if you don't want to have students seeking out individual videos in a file folder or a cloud-based storage and instead would like them to be able to view them through the Blackboard shell. All we have to do is find a video and click on its play icon. We then go in and choose the share function and select embed code. This gives us the code we need to plug into Blackboard. We can copy it. We then go back to Blackboard, and to take, for example, a course content area that I've already created, we're able to select one of our learning modules. I'll make a new one just to show us. which we can title and add content to. And then when we're ready to embed our video, we select this HTML code button. By clicking it, by copying and pasting that content in that we took from the YouTube site, and by hitting update, our video is now embedded as a playable video within the BlackBoard shell. Right now it looks like a yellow square. Don't freak out. That's what it's supposed to look like. So I then hit submit. And what we'll see in here is a brand new learning video that will pop up, which of course I can reorder using the movement tool here, but a brand new video that is embedded into the code in BlackBoard. BlackBoard does not host the video content, so that means that BlackBoard is not carrying the weight of all of the videos, but instead is a portal to the YouTube channel that we've made private, so the only door into the world is through here. So that's how we create, post, and host videos using YouTube, which pairs perfectly with BlackBoard and with the rest of our G Suite tools at MRU. And this is another way that we can work to make sure that students are finding the content for this course accessible, engaging, and paired with an experiential approach to online learning within a learning community. Thanks very much.